to Baturdays in the Batcave. Forgot what day of the week it was. I'm OmniDog from OmniDog's Vault, joined by the Minister of Comics, Taylor Brown. Taylor, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I've been watching a lot of DC content today, and I'm really excited to talk about all the different reveals that we've seen. And we still have a couple more reveals over the next hour or so. So I'm excited to watch those new trailers and see what else is coming up with Batman and the Suicide Squad video game.
Yeah, we were originally going to do all this tomorrow, but then Mrs. OmniDog, it turns out, has plans for me tomorrow around 2:30, and I forgot about them in classic OmniDog fashion. So we had to move it to 8 o'clock, and unfortunately, Maddie couldn't join us. She had plans for tonight. Otherwise, Maddie would have been with us. Maybe we can get her on at some other point in time for a Baturdays in the Batcave.
I'm sure we will. She was a big hit 2 weeks ago in our Wonder Woman video. That was like our fastest video to hit 1,000 views. So I think that was a big endorsement for having Maddie on the show again.
Right.
We had a lot. That was one of our long. I think that was our longest episode too. It was over 2 hours, which we never do. So that was
great. That was like 1 hour and 45 minutes.
I think it was 2 hours actually.
Was it?
I think it was over 2 hours.
Wow. First of all, I haven't seen this yet, Lloyd, but I'm going to go back and watch it. Not going to lie, seeing Linda Carter cameo, blah, blah, blah. I swear she hasn't aged at all. Just as hot now as she was back then. I want to see that because she lives in my area and I have seen her before. I've seen her just out for a walk, dressed down, and of course, this was 10 years ago, so I went to a function, and there she was, like, dressed to the nines. And let me tell you, either way, she is very impressive in person.
She's probably in her 70s now, right?
Sorry?
She's probably in her 70s now, right? Or late 60s?
Let me think.
She looks great still, from what I saw in the...
Wait, let's ask Siri.
Oh, Jess loves Siri. She always fails him, though.
I hate Siri. Hey, Siri. How old is Linda Carter?
Linda Carter is 69 years old.
Okay.
69 years old.
She looks really great for 69 years old based on that panel.
Let's give a round of applause to...
it was a month ago when Siri really let you down, and you spent like 5 minutes talking to her on air.
Yeah.
So Lloyd Wong really loved that. Linda Carter showing up. Doc Collector loved the Suicide Squad behind the scenes footage, which we'll talk about in a little bit. I know the highlight for me so far, I haven't seen the Batman trailer yet, obviously, or the new Suicide Squad game stuff. The Gotham Knights trailer and the video game walkthrough really excited me. I was not anticipating them having that much footage for that game. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I didn't. I sat through the Wonder Woman stuff and I somehow missed Linda Carter, but then came up the video game, and I thought it looked cool. It's an awful lot going on for me. That's one of those sandbox games where there's lots going on. I have trouble reading manga backwards, so I don't know that I can redo this game, but it was a lot of fun to watch.
Can you imagine showing young Jess playing Pong this video game trailer? You pull out the Atari and you playing the Pong and just showing you this video game that one day you'll be able to play all these different characters.
Yeah, and you'll be too old to be able to do it because your brain will crack in half. Ant-Man 40, yes, I will be on tomorrow at noon on Omnibros Live, where we'll probably talk about the exact same thing.
And Paul Baker is talking about the Gotham Knights stuff, saying he thought the roster they chose was super disappointing.
Really?
I disagree. I think the one character I would have liked would have been Batwoman. I thought that would have been really cool. To be honest, I would have switched out Batwoman for Batgirl. But that's fine with me. I guess it's not really in line with the Arkham Knight games. It's kind of like a reboot. It's kind of like a new thing. And so, because in those games, Oracle's in her wheelchair, Barbara Gordon, so she couldn't be Batgirl in this video game. So it has to be a reboot of sorts. And the characters look different, the voices are different. So I'm guessing it's like just a soft reboot of this universe. I know it's not a Rocksteady game, but I know Arkham Origins was made by WB Games, and that was a prequel, but that wasn't a Rocksteady game. So I'm guessing this new one is still not in the same universe. It's a totally new thing. Yeah, so you can play as Batgirl, you can play as Nightwing, you can play as Red Hood, and I think that's Tim Drake Robin.
I think so too.
And in the walkthrough, Jess, I believe you see the Red Robin costume too. So I'm assuming it's Tim Drake.
Let's see if I can blow this up at all a bit. There we go. See, I love Batgirl, so I would have no problem playing as Batgirl. I don't care. I like Batgirl.
I'm not disappointed with the roster by any means. I just think having Batwoman, Kate Kane would have been really cool.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that character a lot. I would have enjoyed having her in the game, but I'm perfectly happy with these 4 choices. I love Nightwing. Who would you want to play as the most? I think Nightwing would be.
Oh, Batgirl.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I already played as Nightwing in Arkham Knight. You can play as him in a couple levels. Or is that Damian Wayne? Maybe it is Damian Wayne. I don't know.
Damian Wayne where? What?
On the right. Robin. Barnacle Blake says it might be Damian Wayne. That'd be cool. Oh, Tyler below that says it was confirmed to be Tim Drake from a tweet I saw.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Tim Drake.
And that seems more likely because he wore the Red Robin costume in the video game walkthrough where they're fighting against Mr. Freeze.
Yeah. Mr. Freeze, who I will be watching the next episode of maybe tonight on Batman animated series. That's
going to be one of your favorite episodes. I'm calling it, Jess.
Okay, good.
And for everyone who's interested, Jess is currently walking through the first season of Batman animated series, and it turns out one of his favorite episodes is one of the most disliked episodes, which I thought was really interesting.
I don't, we should wait until I see everything before we judge. But I have Hayden has something very important. If you pre-order Gotham Knights, you get Harley as a playable character too. I don't know. That sounds pretty good. What is this console for?
I'm pretty sure it's just for PS4. No. I think it's for the PS5 and the new Xbox.
Oh, okay.
But the good thing is, I'm not going to buy the PS5. I'm not going to buy the PS5 right away. I usually wait like a year to be able to save some money on it because whenever it first comes out, there's not that many games. So I'm going to wait, and I'll definitely buy it before this game comes out. I'm really excited to play this game. It'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, Bobby Keating, the Suicide Squad game panel is going to start pretty soon. So whenever that trailer drops online, we'll make sure to show it and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to show it. We're going to show a lot of video clips tonight, and I think that we'll just grab that as soon as it goes up and show it towards the end of the show.
Because Jess and I realized you really don't have to actually watch these panels because they drop the trailers like right after the panel is over. And to be honest, I don't really care if they were having fun in the set of Wonder Woman 84 or some of their inside jokes. Like, I just want to see footage. You know what I mean? Like, some of the panels were just like the one with the Suicide Squad cast playing a game. Like, I don't want to watch that. I just want to see what the movie's about and get excited. That's at least how I feel. Maybe someone else feels different. But I just wasn't really – Jess and I kind of tapped out after the Suicide Squad cast played the game. The trivia game.
Yeah, and I'd be happy just showing the 30 seconds of new footage of Wonder Woman that they debuted with a lot of cheetah in costume. That was interesting. So unfortunately, I think what we pulled was the whole clip, but I'd like to see just that clip again because Cheetah's looking pretty badass. She yanked Wonder Woman by the lasso and threw her up against something.
Well, that's at the end of the trailer, which we're going to show in a couple minutes, so we will see that.
Okay.
And Hayden McGee says they better have Joel Schumacher costumes for Dick and Barbara in the video game.
Okay.
I loved all the different costumes you could have in Arkham Knight. They had so many cool ones. They had like Adam West Batman, the Michael Keaton costume. They had a lot of different really cool stuff. And I really liked all the different ones they had in the Spider-Man game too.
And Silent Agent is talking about the Court of Owls, and I think I have a Let's see where it is.
Yeah, because the Gotham Knights game is really going to feature the Court of Owls, and you see Talons in it as well, which I'm really excited about. I think that'd be a really cool enemy to fight against in a video game. So I'm really excited about that. And you actually see them on all their coffins and everything. Yeah, you see someone wearing the regular Court of Owls mask right out of the comic book. And I think I sent you one of the Talons as well, Jess.
You did?
I think so. Only maybe I didn't.
In our conversation?
Yeah, maybe I didn't send it to
Okay,
you.
just a sec. Let me look. You sent me Dark Side.
I did send you a lot of stuff.
I know. I'm looking now. I don't see Talon.
Oh, I must have put it in my folder and not sent it to you.
Well, send it to me now.
Okay.
I'll figure it out. I'm a champ at this.
Jess is a tech savvy man. You're Omar's IT guy now. Is that what he always says?
Yeah, that's what he says.
All right, it's on its way to you right now.
Okay, let's see if I can get this. Ooh, cool. Let's see, where is... Uh-oh, I don't like that noise. That noise means it went into a folder. Some obscure folder.
Oh, no. Can we send it to you again?
No, I still have it.
Okay.
It's still on your messages.
And Dog Collector, while we're looking for that, is asking us if we like the Paul Dini cover and spine on the Omni. I think it looks really cool, but I'm holding strong keeping the trades because it took me so long to track all of those down.
Yeah,
so
same here.
And there's also some issues that weren't written by Dini that are in those trades that I still want to keep. So I'm just gonna stay with the paperbacks. I worked months to get all those.
Months and months. Okay, let's see if I can just open it right up and show it.
And Lloyd Wong, we're talking about the entire Fandome event. There's still an hour left. So there's 2 more things that Jess and I still haven't watched yet that we'll watch live whenever those trailers are made available to us. So we will get to those. I'll be checking online to make sure. That looks really cool. I'm really excited to see how the Talons and the Court of Owls factor into this game because it sounds like they're going to kind of be like a faction or a enemy throughout the game. So I'm really excited to see how that's going to play out.
Yeah. Okay, so there's Talon. Okay. Was there a high point for you today?
As I mentioned earlier, I think the high point for me was Gotham Knights. I wasn't expecting to get that much footage and to be that excited about the game. I wasn't expecting it to be centered on the Bat family. I thought it'd be like another Batman video game. So Batman's not really in it. In the trailer, which we'll watch in a little bit, Batman's like in the very beginning just telling his family, like, hey, I'm gone now. Now you're in charge of Gotham City. You need to protect it. I wasn't expecting that angle. So I wasn't really expecting them to go in the direction that they did. And I wasn't expecting that 7-minute walkthrough, which is really cool, them fighting against Mr. Freeze. That looks really cool.
Yeah.
What was your highlight, Jess, so far?
Let's see. Well, I missed my Harley Quinn Q&A at 7:10, so I'm going to have to see that on the repeats later tonight. Darn it. That would have been my highlight. Let me think here. That game was such a surprise to me and looked so fun that I think that might have been the highlight. Because I didn't. I did like the extra 30 seconds of footage we got to see of Wonder Woman because Cheetah was so badass in that. But it was such a surprise to see the game. So I'm going to go with the game. I'm trying to think. I watched the Neil Gaiman interview, and they had a lot of good guests, but the woman they had as the interviewer, she was like practically popping out of the picture. She was so excited. that she was talking to all these people, which is great, but I'm, I don't think that when you get to a group like Neil Gaiman, and then they talked about the audiobook, which is really cool. Actually, Neil Gaiman told a funny anecdote that I will tell here in a sec, but I think that woman that interviewed him needed to hype down a little bit. She was way too either fake excited or real excited, whichever way. She needed to hype it down a little bit.
I do know people like that where it's like, are you actually this excited all the time, or are you just always pretending? I can't really tell. People who are just really avuncular, just really out there, and it's like, you're draining the life out of me just by being around you.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was the right thing, but Neil Gaiman was talking about how he wrote the first 8 issues of Sandman because after 8 issues is when you usually found out you got canceled or not. So he was surprised, first of all, that DC let them do what they did for 8 issues, and that Dave McKean's art never featured Sandman on the cover. And they called Gaiman, they said, we can't have this. Sandman's never on the cover. How are they going to know it's about Sandman? And he says, well, it says right there, Sandman. So that's how they know this is about Sandman. And those covers back in, I don't know, 87, 88, whenever it first came out, were what first attracted me to it. I thought that and Hellblazer had the coolest covers. And I said, these are cool covers. I will take a chance on these comic books. And they ended up being great stories. But, and so he said, DC never gave him a problem again because he just said, that's how we're doing it. That's how Dave draws the covers, and it says it right there. And so DC never bothered him until Karen Berger on issue 12 fired Dave McKean from being the cover artist. And because
he wasn't quick enough, right?
Sorry, you're right.
He wasn't quick enough. I remember hearing that story before. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he went back. He told Neil that he had been fired, and he went back and whipped out the next 8 covers and just turned them in like he had never been fired. And so they just kept him on. They just kept him on as cover artist, even though he had been fired, because he turned in all these issues. And Neil was like, yeah, he's already turned in all these issues. He needs to be the cover artist.
Dave McKean hates superheroes. He famously wasn't excited about drawing Arkham Knight by Grant Morrison. And in the script, well, even in the book, you might remember that Robin shows up, but he has a trench coat on because Dave McKean refused to draw Robin in costume.
I didn't know that.
I will never draw him. So it's like, why is Robin wearing a random trench coat at Arkham Asylum? Because Dave McKean literally flat out refused. I'm not going to draw that. That's so dumb. Which I think is really funny.
That is funny. I didn't know that.
Morrison made so much money off of that book. He made $1 off of each book, and they sold 100,000 copies right away. So he made $100,000 off of that. Like back in 1989, I think it was. That's a lot. That's a lot of money now. That's a lot of money back then, though.
This is okay with me. Harley Quinn was quite the potty mouth in her Q&A. LOL. That's fine with me.
That's what I was watching before I jumped on. I was watching 2 of those episodes before. I have 1 more episode in season 2 left.
Oh, the last episode's the best.
Oh, really? My favorite one so far, like I said, was the one that centered around Batman. And in the beginning, you have those nerds fighting. That was so fun.
The 2 fanboys. Yeah, that is a great episode. I love what she does to Penguin in the 2nd season.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to ruin that for anybody, but it was.
That's why I'm saying it like that. Yeah, that's why I'm saying it like that. But that
Lloyd Wong told us that Yvette Nicole Brown was the moderator for the Sandman panel, and she was in Community. She was an actress in that show. But yeah, she's always like really bubbly and really nice. So I'm not surprised that.
Oh, okay.
But
okay,
yeah,
that's how she is. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Yvette Nicole Brown, I apologize. You're naturally nice and bubbly. So good for you. Keep going and be excited about Sandman. I just was shocked by it. I had never seen anybody that bubbly before. So good for you.
I bet she's watching right now.
Oh yeah, no doubt. She's a big fan of mine. That's how I just found out.
And it sounds like Zach's favorite panel of the day was one that we weren't too excited about, is the Black Adam panel, just because me and you aren't really big fans of The Rock. So I'm not really that excited. I don't like hate The Rock or anything. I just think he's overhyped and not really that
I just
exciting.
think he's an odd choice for Black Adam.
I guess because he's big, maybe. Like I guess that's like the thing that kind of fits. But
Can he act at all?
I mean, you get to watch his movies and decide, I guess.
No, I don't want to do that.
Black Adam. Well, The Rock did say during the panel that they're going to feature Hawkman, Dr. Fate, and Cyclone in that movie.
I can't wait to see Dr. Fate and Hawkman.
So that'll be interesting. That's the part that intrigues me the most. That's definitely going to be a movie I'm going to wait to see what the fan and a critic reaction is to that one before I shell out some money to go see it. So I'm just not that interested in Black Adam.
I love Black Adam. I think he's a great villain, but I just don't see The Rock as being a good enough actor to pull it off.
And I just I don't like when they start with these villain movies that are removed from the hero entirely. Like the Morbius, the Living Vampire movie coming out, the Venom movie. These villains really find their place in the face of a hero.
Right.
And you see them going against each other. And then you can do your own side story with them if you want. I just don't really understand kicking off their story without the main hero in it. That just doesn't really make that much sense to me.
Right. I don't disagree with that. Okay, someone's saying he's a good actor. Chris M is saying he's a good actor. Okay, Chris.
I wouldn't say he's a bad actor, but I think he's an entertaining actor. I kind of lump him in with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Are they the best, most well-ranged actors? No. But how much fun do I have at Arnold Schwarzenegger movies? Like, he's just a good entertainer. I'll put it that way. The Rock started out in WWE, and that's all about getting the crowd excited and being an entertainer. I think he's good at that. I don't think he'd be like really good like in an Oscar caliber movie. I think he's fine for like a Fast and the Furious franchise. So I think he'll be able to handle the Black Adam. I'm just not that excited about it. But having Dr. Fate and Hawkman really intrigues me, though.
I'd love to see Dr. Fate and Hawkman. Who is Spencer Strassmore? He's a good Spencer Strassmore. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is either.
Is that sorry.
And if everyone in the chat, if you could do Jess and I a favor, if you can let us know when the trailers go up for Suicide Squad, the game, and the Batman movie, that'd be really helpful. That way it can save us having to keep checking online every couple minutes. So just tell us if it's come available and we'll watch it.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we both are most excited for the Gotham Knights video game. That was the highlight for us today so far of what we've seen.
Yeah, I think so. But I did like that 30 seconds of new footage of Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Because it showed Cheetah being extremely ass kicking, and I really liked that.
I really like the Suicide Squad behind the scenes footage. That was really interesting. I really like Harley's new costume. Looks really cool. Do you have that picture I sent you? We could show off her new costume.
Let us see. I believe I do.
Hopefully I sent you that one.
I think you did. No, that's Dark Side. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, Matthew Mongi, there is a Suicide Squad game from Rocksteady, the people who made the Arkham games, and that panel's going on right now. I think that's a really cool Harley Quinn costume.
I do too. I think it's great.
To be honest, I don't really like when they over-sexualize Harley.
Right.
And I really thought they did that in the first Suicide Squad movie, just having her constantly undressed. That's why I really liked how they showed her in Birds of Prey. I just thought that was a much more interesting take on her.
I agree.
And I love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I'm excited that they're still having her in the cinematic universe. Even though the Birds of Prey didn't do well at the box office, I hope that she continues to play this character because I can't imagine anybody else playing her.
I think she's great.
In live action, I like Kaylee Cuoco in the animated show, but I don't think she would come across as well in a live action movie. That's just my personal take. Well, it sounds like Mr. Awesome was also really excited about the Wonder Woman trailer. Jess, do we want to show that now and get going with watching trailers?
Okay, let's see if I can do this.
You can do anything, Jess. You've come a long way in the past 4 years. You used to ask Omar all the questions about what you should do, and now you tell him how to do things.
Now this thing says 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
Is that what we're gonna do?
Is that too long for you?
No, I just want to make sure everybody's
Yeah, if it's the Wonder
ready
Woman
to watch
trailer.
2.5 minutes of a trailer. This is the official main trailer from Wonder Woman 84. Let me see if I can. This is going to take some doing here.
And Hayden McGee says the Batman trailer leaked, but it's getting taken down now. They're going to be showing it on Fandom in a couple minutes, so it should be out officially very soon.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay.
This world is not yet ready for all that you will do. Your time will come, Diana. And everything will be different.
Citizens of the world, I'm here to change your life. Anything you want. Anything you
It's not showing, Jess.
What's that?
You can't see it.
You can't see it?
No.
Diana, look at you.
There you go.
It's like now one day has passed.
I don't want to be like anyone. I want to be an apex predator. You've always had everything, while people like me have had nothing. Well, now it's my turn. Get used to it.
I've never been one for rules. The answer is always more. The way I fly, they will never find us.
I forgot to tell you.
What?
Radar.
Will they shoot at us?
What did you do?
Yeah, I'm not so keen on this one. I figure you are, but you know what? I'm ready to go.
I think we can do better.
Parachute pants?
Yeah,
Does everybody parachute now?
The important question is, Jess, did you have parachute pants back in the 80s?
No, I most certainly did not.
Oh, that's too bad. I'm not sure how I feel about the,
I don't even know what parachute pants are really.
I'm not sure about the cheetah CGI yet. I'll have to see more of it to make a decision.
Well, that I think the issue was screen sharing through my computer, and it looks fine on YouTube. It was a little choppy there, I noticed when I looked at it on our show. The cheetah thing, if you looked at it,
I watched it earlier on YouTube. I think I haven't seen enough of her yet to make a decision. And they're still working on the CGI, I'm guessing too. So I don't want to make any rush judgments. And I didn't see very much, but it could be really good.
All right, Noir Wolf is saying he had a pair of parachute pants.
Oh, nice. I'm happy for you.
Hammer. Oh, those are what parachute pants are. All right.
But Jess still didn't have them.
No, that's not something I could have pulled off.
You did send me that picture earlier of you in the 90s with you and your short shorts on now.
Playing with my daughter?
Yeah.
Those really weren't that short. It was just an odd angle because I was kneeling on the ground.
Oh, okay. Well, my dad used to have shorts like that. They were pretty short, so I just assumed they were. Because back in the 90s, early 90s, shorts were shorter.
No, they were about this almost down to my knees.
Hayden McGee says he was unsure about Kristen Wiig as Cheetah, but he thinks she looks great. And I think that Kristen Wiig can be a really good dramatic actor, so I'm interested to see what she does with Cheetah.
I think so too.
Cheetah's not exactly a character I'm like super into. Like I think on 2 weeks ago on our show about Wonder Woman, she didn't really rank super high on our list of villains. But I'm still interested to see what they do with her.
Yeah.
I think the Max Lord angle will be really interesting to see what they do with him.
Right. I think that it sounds like Kristen Wiig undergoes a great transformation in this, and she does. You can just see she gets angry enough in that small little thing in the trailer. You can see that she's got range enough to be angry. She's taking it out on Wonder Woman. I have no idea why. Whatever is going to be going on in the script. But Kristen Wiig is a great actress, I think, and she's going to be really good in this.
Well, it looks like Max Lord somehow gives everyone their greatest wish.
Yeah.
That's how Steve Trevor comes back, and that's how she gets her cheetah powers, it looks like.
Right.
So it seems like somehow, maybe it's through magic, I don't know what else it could be, that Max Lord somehow gives everybody their greatest wish.
I don't even remember Max Lord being that powerful as far as being able to give people whatever they wanted.
Well, in Infinite Crisis and the OMAC project, you see this in the Greg Rucka run, he is able to mind control Superman.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
kind of his. And remember, there's something big that happens in that moment. I don't want to spoil for people who haven't read it, but he definitely is a powerful man. He doesn't have powers per se, but he's able to use his wealth and his intelligence to accomplish a lot.
Right.
So he's not going to be like physically fighting Wonder Woman, like, fist to fist. I think it's be more like a mind character, which is why we have Cheetah, who's the physical character with
Right.
physical confrontations.
Let's see what else we have. We have Gotham Knights world premiere trailer.
That one's pretty long. I'm wondering if we're going to be able to handle the 4 minutes of choppiness.
4 minutes of choppiness.
The trailer looked decent on here, but it was kind of a little bit choppy at times. So it might be
Why don't we
better.
play it, and if we don't like it, we'll just stop.
All right, that sounds good.
Okay. Let me figure it out here.
Yeah, Lloyd Wong, I'm not sure how long the Suicide Squad game trailer is supposed to be. Oh, Hayden McGee says it's on YouTube now. Let me see if I can find it. The Suicide Squad game trailer.
Oh, it is?
Let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
Oh, good. I found it. Let me send it to you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'll send it to you. Maybe we should show that first because it's breaking new.
Okay.
For the first time ever, you're watching the Suicide Squad game trailer only on Omni Dog's Vault, Baturdays in the Batcave.
Okay, let's see. I want to.
I was trying to practice my Jess Bragg jingle voice from Omni Bros.
Okay, wait. Okay, hang on. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League official teaser trailer.
And that's on the DC YouTube channel, so I'm guessing it's official.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I've got eyes on the target. Air support is getting cut to pieces. Where the hell are you? I'm doing it. We lost the target. Repeat. Task Force X has lost the target. Damn it. Argus 3 is taking heavy fire. Get to Park Ridge ASAP. Don't worry, boss. We got this. Hey! Boomer! Lay down suppressant fire!
Keep it down, still ringing after that live body. What is that? Australian for hangover?
Only I can translate. Boomerang has a concussion from the enemy you missed in our last encounter.
Guess those teeth are sharper than your eyes, Shark Man. I never miss. Never miss. Yeah, we bloody know. You never shut up about it.
Task Force X. Alpha target is in the open. Get your asses to the Metropolis Grand Hotel and engage. Before I have another reason to blow those bombs in your heads.
Shit, 3. Smooth. Well, that should knock a few years off the old sentence.
That's reminded me of something. Oh yeah! Waller's stupid alpha target. Who we supposed to be killing again?
Look, it's Superman. The mighty Superman has just rescued that pilot.
Please, beat it, Spandex! We're on a top secret assassination mission here!
No. So, figure out who we're killing yet? Big things happen every time we meet, like a red team. I shouldn't have done that, Shark.
All right. Well, it sounds like the Suicide Squad has to go up against a
Whacked out Superman.
Yeah, it looks like Brainiac's taking control of Metropolis. That was like the Brainiac ship in the beginning. So I'm guessing Brainiac has something to do with mind controlling Superman. Now here's the question: are they actually going to kill Superman? I really doubt that in the game, though. Maybe they will go that far. I don't know.
Okay, I need to.
Oh. Jess left for some reason. So until Jess gets back, does anybody have any questions? Anything you want me to address before Jess jumps back onto the stream? And Man 40 is talking about parachute pants. My uncle just said he never understood why they called them parachute pants in the 80s, and they were taken to the extreme later on. And Noir Wolf said parachute pants became a fad in the U.S. culture in the 1980s as part of the increased popularity of breakdancing. Matthew Mongi, I also forgot about breakdancing as well. What else we got here? So yeah, that trailer looked really interesting. Well, I thought we'd get some gameplay trailers or some gameplay footage, but we didn't get that. I thought the game would be coming out next year, but it looks like it's coming out in 2022, which makes sense because the Gotham Knights video game comes out next year. So it makes sense they don't want to have two DC games coming out in 1 year competing with each other. Yeah, Matthew Mongi, I'm not really sure how far they're going to go with this whole evil Superman thing or this evil Justice League thing. I'm guessing it's going to be that they're controlled by Brainiac, who we saw his ship in the very beginning. At least that's what I'm guessing of. Oh, and IQ said it's not taking place in the Arkham timeline. That's interesting. Yeah, I've been kind of confused about that. See if Jess is coming back. Yeah, Matthew, I guess we're not going to get a gameplay trailer for a while because it looks like that game's not coming out until 2022. So I'm guessing we're not going to get any footage until sometime next year. At least that's what I would assume. And IQ's talking about movie theaters opening up. Yeah, my movie theater down the street just opened up this weekend, and they're showing some new movies. They have the new Russell Crowe movie, Unhinged. They have other classic movies like Jurassic Park and Empire Strikes Back. You okay, Jess?
Yeah, I hit the wrong thing. Sorry.
That's fine. So what do you think about that game trailer, Jess? You have any thoughts?
It was surprising too. I didn't know that they were going to be going up against mind-controlled Superman. That sounds great.
I thought that game was coming out next year, so I'm surprised it's not coming out till 2022. But that makes sense. Like I was just saying while you were off the air, they probably don't want two DC games competing against each other with having the new Gotham Knights game coming out next year.
Yeah.
Other people are talking about how they have movie theaters around them opening. My movie theater down the street just opened up this weekend, and you can even do private showings. You can rent a whole theater for your family or your friends, which is really interesting.
Yeah, my movie theater, the AMC just opened too. I'm not going, but I mean, they're free to open. People are free to go, but that's not going to include me.
I think it's really cool how they're having private. At least Cinemark down the street from me is having like private showings. You can rent out an entire like theater for you and your family, and they provide popcorn and that kind of stuff. I think that's an interesting choice for people who want to be a little bit more careful and not be around a ton of people in a theater. I think it's only like $100 to rent a whole theater for you and your friends.
Okay. Well, I'll stay home. That's what I'm happy
I'm not saying you're going to do it. I'm just saying I think it's a cool way to kind of make some extra money, but also kind of give people a space to watch a movie and not be as afraid.
Yeah.
Who want to do that?
Yeah, we had friends that invited us to go. Is today Saturday?
Yeah, today's Saturday.
They invited us to go out to dinner with them tomorrow, and I'm not there yet. I'm not willing to go out to dinner yet.
Well, everyone's on a spectrum. We just have to respect where everybody is.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
They're ready, and I think that's great. But I mean, I've still got that abdominal pain that they don't know where it's coming from, and I still have procedures that are coming up, and one of them I have to be COVID free for because I'm going to be under a mask, and I have to have a COVID test a week prior to it, so I can't risk anything right now.
Well, there's not a lot of great movies coming out right now anyway. The only movie that's really coming out that's really exciting is the new Christopher Nolan movie.
Right.
But it's not like there's a bunch of new movies coming out. It's not like you're missing Wonder Woman and Black Widow or anything.
Right.
So, yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah. And I also managed to lose when I kept clicking on the wrong button. So I lost.
What were you trying to do?
I was trying to get to. I was trying to get rid of the game we just saw, so it didn't confuse.
Okay.
It didn't confuse me at all, but obviously it did. So let's see. Wait, here's history. Let's see. I can put. Do we want Black Adam or the only things we have left to show? Well, we have the Suicide Squad roll call. Suicide Squad exclusive sneak peek.
The Black Adam one isn't really that worthy of a watch because it's just The Rock talking over concept art.
Okay.
It's pretty much just the origin story of Black Adam, and later on in that panel, he just said that Hawkman and Dr. Fate are going to be in the movie, and so there's not really a ton of information about it yet.
I really don't think unless you want to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League teaser, there's really not anything left because you think we shouldn't see Black Adam, which is fine. I agree with. We just saw the Suicide Squad teaser. The game, the movie, all it is like a roll call. There's no footage.
Well, Jess, why don't you show off the picture of Darkseid that I sent you from the Justice League trailer?
Okay.
I thought that was an interesting look at Darkseid. I'm not sure how much he's going to play into the movie, but apparently Justice League, the Snyder Cut's going to be released in 4-part chunks, almost like episodes. They're calling it a miniseries. I think each episode is going to be around an hour long. And Zack Snyder said you can either watch it like as a miniseries or watch it as like an all-together movie. So that'll be really interesting. I'm not sure how that's going to look. It's going to be a super long movie. And that's the first look at Darkseid.
That's Darkseid. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm not sure how I feel. I just feel like DC CGI for the most part, at least with Justice League and Man of Steel, not Man of Steel, Justice League and Batman v Superman hasn't really held a candle to the Marvel movies. Like Thanos in Avengers looks like a real person.
Yeah.
Like it just looks like an animated drawing to me.
This looks like the God of War video game guy. What the?
Kratos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not really into this look. I mean, I'm not trying to judge the movie. I haven't seen it yet, but it was the same with the Justice League theatrical cut. The special effects were just really bad, which is really sad for a movie that was one of the most expensive movies ever made because of the reshoots. Like the whole Superman's mustache thing, it was so obvious throughout the entire movie. Thankfully, that won't be a problem in the Snyder Cut. For some reason, their special effects just aren't as good as the Marvel movies. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I don't know enough about movies to say.
And I don't know. I kind of miss the days where CGI wasn't the crutch that everyone leaned on. Like, I think that's why the original Lord of the Rings movies are so much better than The Hobbit, because The Hobbit was like all CGI, whereas Lord of the Rings had a lot of practical stuff. They shot on location and they used CGI when they had to. I just think CGI is so much cheaper than doing things practically, so they just rely on that way too much. And you don't really relate to people who are going through these life and death situations. And so that's one thing that kind of still frustrates me with these big blockbuster movies, that it's too much CGI sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I have actually, there's a couple other pictures that I think are interesting that I can share that you sent me.
Hayden McGee, it looks like Kratos had a baby with Apocalypse and they put him in a PS2 game for Darkseid.
There's a cool poster of Wonder Woman 84.
That's a cool costume that's taken from Kingdom Come, drawn by Alex Ross. I'm really excited to see how that's going to play into the movie.
Right. We saw the Court of Owls. We saw this already. Oh, here's this was something that Milestone returns. Yeah,
Jess, do you remember the Milestone line back in the early 90s to mid 90s?
I do remember it. I didn't read it, but I do remember it.
And probably the most
famous Shock was the big title.
And Static Shock is the most famous character because he had a cartoon back in the 90s that was really big for me when I was a kid. I think that was like around like 98 or 99 or something. So they are bringing back the Milestone comic line in the DC universe, which is really interesting right now when DC is going through so much turmoil in the comics line that they're introducing a totally brand new line. So it'll be interesting to see how this fares, because they're really guillotining a lot of different DC comics right now.
Yeah. Well, this will only make sense to me if it employs creators of color.
And that's the whole point of this line. So I'm assuming that's going to be the case. On the panel, they had Reggie Hudland. He was back there in some of the original days. They had Mark Bernardin on that panel. I'm pretty confident that they would all be people of color drawing and writing these books. Kind of the whole purpose of this line is to make sure that they're putting these characters front and center.
Okay, good.
So Matthew Mongi, Milestone, I'm not that familiar with it, but I know it was just a initiative, a movement back in the 90s. These comic creators, these African-American comic creators who wanted to have more diversity and more inclusivity in comics. And so they're wanting to bring that back right now in 2020, I think for obvious reasons. And T2 has a really good point, Jess, if you want to highlight that. Actually, a good question. Do we really think the Snyder Cut will make the movie better? I don't think it's going to be an awesome movie. I could be totally wrong. I think some of the issues are still going to be there. I just don't really trust Zack Snyder's DC vision based on Batman v Superman. I thought Man of Steel was good.
Yeah.
I thought Batman v Superman was not very good, and Justice League was a total whiff. But again, that was Joss Whedon coming in and reshooting a lot of stuff. But I just don't know. Like, they're having to be 4 hours. That's just a lot. I feel like there's no real cohesive vision There's just a lot of different parts that they're pulling together to make this movie. But we always say on Baturdays in the Batcave, we're going to wait until the movie actually comes out and watch it before we make a final judgment.
Yeah.
I can tell you if I'm excited or not, but I can't tell you my opinion of the actual movie.
And here's the Flash. First look at the Flash's costume from Flashpoint. Is that?
Yeah, so they're going to have the new Flash movie, which I'm really surprised they're moving forward with Ezra Miller after all the different stuff he's been doing recently, like choking out a fan in a video. And it's going to be Michael Keaton's going to be in it, and they officially announced that Ben Affleck's going to be in this movie as well. And so it's going to be patterned after the Flashpoint event. I'm not sure how much like the Flashpoint comic is going to be like, but it's directed by the It Chapter 1 and 2 director, and I really enjoyed those movies. So that gives me hope. And the screenwriter is the woman who wrote Birds of Prey. So who knows? It could be a good movie. But the thing that holds it back for me is I think Ezra Miller is a bad Flash. That's just my personal opinion.
Well, who even is Ezra Miller? What did he ever act in before Justice League?
He's been starring in the new Fantastic Beasts Harry Potter movies. He's had a role in those movies. He was made famous by The Perks of Being a Wallflower, like a teeny bopper type movie. Yeah, he's been in a couple different movies, not a lot of movies that I'm really fond of.
I can see why I've never heard of him.
I'm just not really a big fan of him as an actor. I just didn't really like him as the Flash. And I liked the way they did the Flash better in the TV show. Even though I don't really watch that TV show anymore, I just thought he was much better as Barry Allen.
Yeah. There's Harley Quinn's outfit. And this is going to lead into what we're eventually going to hope to show is footage, or is it going to be concept stuff?
It's hard to say because they don't really tell you ahead of time what exactly they're going to show. So anytime that anyone sees a trailer or something else pop up on YouTube, let us know. We'll make sure to watch that. Jess, when you heard that Robert Pattinson was going to be Batman, what was your initial thought?
Here's Suicide Squad's poster. I actually don't mind Robert Pattinson. To me, it sounded fine. I don't care. I want to see what it looks like when it comes out. If he's going to be like a dark and moody, kind of broody kind of Batman, that's cool. If he, I don't know. I don't know that much about his career, but I'm not going to bash him because I'm not going to bash him because he's been in
Twilight.
Twilight. Yeah, I don't care about that. What was that 15 years ago or something? I don't care.
Is that even a movie or a book series that your daughter even read, or is that kind of even not really on her radar?
She liked the looks of were there werewolves in that?
Yeah, it was werewolves and vampires.
She had a werewolf poster up in her room because she thought some of the werewolf guys were good looking. Okay. That's all I remember about that. I don't know that she even read the books.
And Lloyd Wong says, I was hoping for more comics related news, but after the massacre from last week, I can understand why they went silent. Well, a lot of these things were shot. I think all of them were shot before that news even came out.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. It is an interesting time. You think they would have waited a little bit. I think they should have waited till after Fandome to announce. Well, maybe that would have looked worse. I don't know. I guess it kind of makes sense why they did it before, because they're showing this stuff saying, hey, yeah, we had to let people go, but we still have awesome things coming. Maybe we would have been more concerned seeing that news after the Fandome event. I don't know. I don't know what the right thing would have been then.
Yeah.
But Noir Wolf points that out. This whole DC Fandome thing just has an odd feel. Like, we fired everyone. Let's celebrate. I get that. It was mostly pre-recorded.
Yeah.
As a DC fan, I'm excited to know that there are exciting things coming out. So I get that I do feel bad for everyone who lost their jobs. That's horrible. But I am excited that DC has exciting things coming out, both comics, movies, and video games. That's exciting to me.
I am primarily excited about Wrath of the Spectre Omni. That is coming out next week. Cannot wait. I thought for sure that thing was going to get chopped.
And that's your book of the year, right?
It will be, yeah. That's the big that and Superman, Batman, omnibus were the two books that I was looking forward to most. I thought Superman Batman would make it. No way did I think Spectre was going to make it through. I thought for sure it was going to get chopped.
So, Jess, why is that the book you're most excited for? Really tell people about that run. Yeah.
Well, first of all, it's going to show you all the great artists that DC has employed throughout the years, because it's going to take you from about 1967 to about 1977. That's my guess, because it's got art that starts out with Neil Adams. I think Neil Adams did the first, or Murphy Anderson, I think, did the first showcases, and Murphy Anderson's great. And then I think Neil Adams took them over, and then Neil Adams did Spectre 1 through 10. Those were great, and the stories were good too, because Spectre is the avenging spirit of the heavens. So I've always thought Spectre has just been a fantastic underutilized character. So I'm excited for those. And then you get into the 70s when Michael Fleischer started writing it. And I think Harlan Ellison made some remark like, based on those comics, Michael Fleischer should not be allowed out of his house or something, because they are so twisted. And Spectre takes Michael Fleischer writes him as a super avenging spirit. I mean, this is vengeance like Punisher deals out, only on a DC's cosmic scale. And the art is by Jim Aparo for the most part, and he's a great artist too. So these are well-written stories about a great character with fantastic art, and I am extremely excited about this book. That is a book I'm stopping everything for whenever it comes in. I will actually take the cellophane off and read it right there. Vroom!
Wow, that's saying a lot from you, Jess.
That is.
And is this a volume 1 or an all-in-one book?
There's more Spectre to be had, but if you're going for Wrath of Spectre, I think Michael Fleischer is the guy you want, who you want to introduce Spectre first, and then for the real Wrath part, you want Michael Fleischer's scripts in there. So there's a lot more Spectre that you could print, but I think this would probably be, this would be enough for me. This is classic Spectre, not 1940s Spectre, but this is classic modern age Spectre, not modern age, but in my lifetime. So this would be a book to get to really get the feeling of what the Spectre is supposed to be like.
And I think your favorite version of the Spectre is from Batman Damned, right?
Oh, God.
And then someone also mentioned The Green Arrow by Grell.
Right. That's coming out
next month, right? Is that this week or next month?
I think that is September 1st.
Yeah, it's been difficult because the previews page doesn't always align with what in-stock trades is actually getting that week. So you need to kind of make sure you're checking on both. That's why you need to constantly check the updated schedule for IST. But the thing with the updated schedule on IST is that they don't have any independent comics really on there. It's all Marvel or DC, that's fine for those two omnis, but it's hard to know when they'll get certain other books.
It's possible that certain comic book stores out there have the Mike Grell book already, because I've seen pictures of it that people have gotten. So it's quite possible that it's already been released. It's so hard to figure out when these online places are going to get it. So I actually don't, as far as I know, In-Stock Trades is going to get it September 1st. And it could show up this Tuesday, and I wouldn't know it. So it's kind of crazy. It's hard. You can't do any hard predictions. You just have to say this is my best guess.
And that's a big Omni, right? Isn't that good? Really, like a lot of pages.
That's like 1,500 pages.
That's a no for Taylor. That's like a kind of omnibus. I just sent you the Batman trailer. If you want to pull that up, Jess.
Yeah, just a sec.
I really appreciate Hayden McGee in the chat letting us know about all these trailers dropping. That's really helpful. So I don't have to constantly look at YouTube.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Is that something you want me to play now?
Yeah, let's watch it now. It's
okay.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Let's see. Where are we? Okay. Deep, 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 deep.
And this movie is going back to filming in September, so they're going to be getting back to it pretty soon.
From your secret friend. Who? Haven't a clue. Let's play a game. Just me and you. Any of this mean anything to you?
You're becoming quite a celebrity. Why is he writing to you? If you are justice, please do not lie. What is the price for your blind eye?
The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
This guy's crazy.
You're a part of this too. How am I part of it? You'll see.
Wow, that looks like the darkest Batman I've ever seen on film.
I know. I hope everybody got a chance to see that.
Well, guys, I'm sorry it didn't look as good as it probably does on YouTube itself, but we can all go after this to watch it. I'm definitely going to watch that after the stream is over because that looked really interesting.
That looked great because I was watching it on YouTube and not on the show. It looked awesome.
I'm really excited from what I saw.
Sorry?
I'm really excited from what I saw. I'm officially excited for this movie. I was unsure until I saw a trailer.
It's got a really disturbing, dark theme going throughout it.
And I'm pretty sure the main villain's the Riddler. And that makes sense with all the different notes he's getting.
Well, he's got a really dark serial killer Riddler on his hands.
And this is the director who did the second two Planet of the Apes movies. So I think it's Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War of the Planet of the Apes. And those were great movies. So I'm really excited about this movie. Wow. After the stream is over, that's the first thing I'm going to do is put it on my nice big screen 4K TV. Look at that. Because, I mean, it looked decent, but some of the action scenes were a little bit choppy. Otherwise, it was fine. But I'm really excited for all the different characters they have. The new Commissioner Gordon, I really like that actor. Robert Pattinson, like I said, yeah, he was in Twilight, but again, like you said, that was like 15 years ago. He's done a bunch of other indie movies since then. He's in a good Nolan movie. Yeah, so I'm gonna give him a chance.
Yeah,
I think his voice already sounds better than Christian Bale's.
I'm totally on board for this. I am 100% on board for this. 100%. Okay, 100%.
Whenever this movie comes out, Jess, I have to drive down to Virginia. We can go see it together someday.
If it comes out before the vaccine for this is mass produced,
it's October of next year, so hopefully by then.
Oh, it is? Okay, October of next year. There's a chance. Yeah, we'll go.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, otherwise you can come see it in my house.
Yeah, and Alfred's being played by Andy Serkis. That's gonna be really cool.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, I'm really excited about all the casting in this movie. I'll have to see Zoe Kravitz more as Catwoman to see what their interplay is like.
Now, we didn't see any of her, right?
You saw her, but you didn't really see her up close. You see her in her costume.
Okay.
But I'm going to watch this trailer a couple times tonight to kind of unpack everything. I'm really excited about this. I love the Dark Knight trilogy, but I really need another Batman fix because we really didn't get it that much in Batman v Superman or Justice League. So I'm really excited to see what Matt Reeves does. And this is supposed to be a trilogy, so I'm excited to see where this is going to go. And I'm really hoping they'll bring the Court of Owls in at some point. That's what I really want to see on film.
What'd you think about when they said, "Who are you?" when he said, "I'm vengeance"?
Well, that reminds me of one of the best moments from Batman animated series, which
that's why I'm
now. Yeah, that's
pretty cool, right?
That probably wouldn't have hit you as much unless you saw the Batman animated series.
That is correct.
Yeah, so there was nothing about this trailer that I didn't like. Everything was great for me, and I'm pretty critical too. So
yes, you are.
So I'll officially say that's what most excites me from DC Fandome so far. That really excites me.
Yeah. The cheetah footage really excited me too.
I was going into this movie kind of like not sure what I felt about it, but now I'm totally on board with it.
Yeah.
So I think this and the Gotham Knights trailers are my favorites so far. But yeah, it is. This movie is like over a year away, so we have a lot more time to discuss it.
Yeah, it's time for them to start planning a really cool Batgirl movie.
Well, they're going to be making a Gotham PD HBO Max show, which will pretty much be like Gotham Central. So, and that's going to be spinning out of this movie. So that's going to be really interesting. Maybe they'll have like a cinematic universe because they've already said this is a different universe than the other DC movies. It's like its own pocket thing, which I'm really excited about. I think it'd be cool to have like your own Gotham universe. They can have like, a Nightwing movie or like you said, a Batgirl movie, a Batwoman thing.
I'd like
a really interesting movie. Because the Batwoman TV show just didn't look good to me at all. And I haven't heard a lot of good things about it. And I know that the main actress, Ruby Rose, quit, and they're having someone else step in as Batwoman. I'm just kind of out with the whole CW.
Well, Maddie raved about Legends of Tomorrow, so I'm going to give that a chance.
I am going to give Stargirl a chance.
Yeah, I want to give that a chance too.
Because even though it's on the CW as well, it started off on DC Universe. It sounds like it's better quality. So I'm excited to watch that. Yeah,
that's supposed to be a really good show. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I need to. We won't start with me and television. I did watch 2 episodes of BTAS last night, though.
That's true, and you're gonna be watching maybe some more tonight, right?
Probably tomorrow morning. I'm gonna try and make that be the first thing I do in the morning.
Okay.
Because I don't read the newspaper anymore. Because there's no sports really, and I hate all the political stuff, so I don't even read the newspaper. So that'd be a good way for me to take. That'd be a good way for me to use my time in the morning.
It's raining pretty hard here, and I hear some thunder, so hopefully I won't be losing power.
Lots of people in the chat are saying Stargirl is great. Everyone is saying Stargirl is so good.
And Bobby Keating, thank you. Don't forget to hit that like button. That'd be really helpful from everyone.
Yeah, please hit that like button. It helps us in the Facebook, in the YouTube algorithm. Somehow, if we get enough likes, we each get a Maserati. So do that. Matthew Mongi, Stargirl is so good. Tavon Lawrence, Stargirl is solid. Sebastian Larson, Stargirl is a must. Tevin Lawrence, Stargirl was made by DC Universe, not CW, so the quality was higher. Okay.
I'm definitely going to watch it once they move it to HBO Max because they've officially announced that they're going to move all those shows and movies to HBO Max from DC Universe. They've already started doing that with Harley Quinn and Doom Patrol.
Stargirl, it's my favorite. Is great. It's my favorite of the superhero live action shows. The only thing close, in my opinion, is Daredevil. That is a statement.
Did you watch all 3 seasons of Daredevil, Jess?
No.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch that. That's so good.
I know. I loved what I saw.
That's my favorite superhero TV show, live action of all time.
Yeah, I loved every episode. I saw the whole first season and loved every episode.
Now that you've read Bendis and Brubaker, you can really see the influence of those runs on that show.
Okay. Everyone needs to give Stargirl a chance.
And Mr. Awesome wants to know how many BTAS episodes you're up to now, Jess.
I finished the first disc, which I believe, let me check my list because I am now keeping it. This is how official I am. I'm keeping notes on every episode. Well, I thought there were 14. I guess there was only 13. Oh, okay. Yeah, there was 13 episodes on the first disc. So I've seen 13 episodes. And what I loved is that I immediately recognized in Two-Face and It's Never Too Late, the crime boss Thorn. I immediately recognized his voice as Dean Wormer from Animal House.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they have a lot of. They're definitely really well known for all the different voice casts that they had. Andrea Romano, one of the most famous cartoon voice casters of all time, voice directors. She brought a lot of really interesting actors. She brought a lot of classically trained actors, theater actors, and the thing that she really did that was awesome is that they would actually record the whole thing together. Most cartoons, you just kind of come in by yourself and do it. You do your lines, then they kind of splice them together. They actually act like it was a radio drama, which is really unusual for cartoons. And it really shows in the performances, I think. The voice acting is top-notch in that show.
I agree. I love it all.
Did you watch the first season of Jessica Jones?
I only made it to Purple Man. Just freaks me out in that show, and I only made it to about episode 4, and I want to go back and revisit. I want to see all those. I eventually will, but I have to say he was the most disturbing villain that I have been ever exposed to. in that show. I mean, for some reason, it's more visceral and real in a television show than it is a comic book. Purple Man in a comic book, I've read a lot of him and I can deal with him, but man, they made him scary in that Jessica Jones show.
So you liked the show, but it was a little bit too intense for you when Purple Man showed up.
Yeah, I definitely will finish it and watch it because I want to see all those, with the exception of, I guess, Iron Fist, because everybody said Iron Fist.
Don't watch Iron Fist. And to be honest, don't even bother with Luke Cage either. The first 7 episodes were great, and it was really downhill from there, unfortunately. In season 2, I couldn't even finish it. Which is unfortunate.
Can I watch the first 7 episodes?
You could if you want. I mean, I wouldn't say the first season of Luke Cage is bad. The last 5 episodes aren't that great, but season 2, I couldn't even get into it at all. But there's a certain character who dies in season 1 halfway through, and it really throws off the momentum, and you kind of lose your excitement for the show. But that's just my own personal opinion.
This is another reason I like Matthew Monge.
I've never seen that movie.
Great.
I've never seen Animal House before.
Sorry?
I've never seen that movie.
You've never seen Animal House?
No.
Oh my God. What are you doing? You put me up for not finishing Curb Your Enthusiasm and you haven't even seen Animal House?
Well, whatever. Sorry. There's more likelihood of me watching Animal House than you watching Curb Your Enthusiasm, though.
What's that?
There's more likelihood that I'll watch that movie than you'll watch the entire couple of seasons of a show, though. So
that is totally true. You will absolutely turn on the television before I do.
I got to watch a lot of movies this week because we didn't have any reading assignments. That was really helpful.
Yeah. I
tried
tried
to watch a lot of TV this week.
I tried to catch up on a lot of reading, because I need to do a Judge Dredd video, and then I want to do the DC Young Adults video. So I need to. I'm about halfway through both of those.
And 2 weeks from now, on September 5th, we're going to be doing a Superman DC Rebirth readathon, which I'm 3 books into right now. I just finished. I read Last Days of Superman and Lois and Clark. Finished those yesterday, and I read the whole first hardcover of Superman Rebirth by Tomasi and Gleason today.
Those are great books.
So I'm burning through that.
Yeah.
And this book's really, I read the first hardcover of Action and Superman a couple of years ago. It's really hitting me now in a different way now that I have my own son, and seeing Superman and Jonathan together. It's definitely even better for me because of that relationship that I have. So I'm really excited to finish this out. Yeah, Matthew's on your side with this one, I guess, Jess.
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry, it's one of those shows one of those movies I know you need to watch, but I just haven't watched yet. Like, I listened to a podcast called Unspooled where they watch all the top 100 movies from the American Film Institute list, and I've been working my way through ones I haven't seen yet. I still haven't seen Casablanca. I never saw that movie. I tried watching Citizen Kane, and I was like, I'm not in the mood for this right now. It was just like, have you seen that movie, Jess?
Oh, 100 times.
Are you a big fan, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
I need to give it a chance. I started watching it at like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm like, I'm not in the mood for this.
Yeah, but when I was growing up, it was only 30 years old at that point, and now it's almost 100 years old. So.
But it's still considered like the best movie of all time. So I want to watch it as a film lover. I want to be able to say I at least saw it, at least have an opinion about it. But I already know the ending. The ending's already been ruined for me. So I know what Rosebud is.
Yeah. Casablanca is one of my all-time favorite movies. I just love that. Now somebody's asking us, Joe Chip is asking us, when's the Ex Machina show? Do you have Netflix?
It's not going to be a TV show. It's going to be a movie called The Great Machine with Oscar Isaac.
Oh, for some reason I thought he meant when are we going to read the books?
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the question you're asking, then hopefully sometime this year we'll do Ex Machina for Crime Corner. We have so many series we want to read. It's kind of hard. And right now, Jess and I are patiently waiting Cruel Summer to arrive. I don't think yours is even shipped yet, though, has it?
I don't know how DCBS works, and I don't know why I ordered it from DCBS. I don't know how DCBS works, and I don't want to give Emily more, another email to deal with. Like, oh yes, Jess, that is what I was asking.
I guess Jess knows what the viewers want more than I do.
Yeah, he wants us to read Ex Machina.
Yeah, so that's probably my favorite Brian K. Vaughan book. So I'm excited to reread it again. Have you read it before, Jess? Or
I read the first 20 issues in floppies and liked it.
Okay.
A lot. I don't know how Cruel Summer. It's only one book, and I don't know if DCBS ships it out by itself or if they wait until more books come together to ship it out. So I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and ask Emily what to do.
Hopefully that extra 8% off was worth it.
Gosh, I'll never make that mistake again. I did pre-order some Omnis, and that's fine. They're Omnis that I can wait, but Cruel Summer I can't wait.
Well, I think the plan is if you're still waiting by the time that I get it and read through it, you'll read it on Hoopla and we'll review it. Because that way, I at least want one of us to have the hardcover so we can show it off for everyone.
Yeah,
as long as one of us has, that's all that really matters.
I agree.
So we'll still review it, even though Jess is a slowpoke right now. At least you learned a lesson. That's all that matters.
I did, and I'll eventually get it. So I'll eventually get it, but it's probably not the smartest thing to order one skinny book from DCBS when they have a different shipping schedule than IST or Tales of Wonder. So
Zach has a really interesting question. I'm trying to think about the answer right now. That's a good question.
We read Pulp for Crime Corner, didn't we?
Yeah, we recently read Pulp. That was probably my favorite crime book this year.
Easily.
that we
I agree
read.
with that.
I'm trying to think of other ones. One that I think is very much underrated that nobody else besides us talks about. We read.
Wait, don't tell me. I know exactly what you're going to say. American Carnage.
Nope.
Oh,
That was last year.
oh,
Was 8 Million Ways to Die.
oh, yeah, that was good.
It was a Lawrence Block novel they adapted. So I would say, yeah, my favorites for this year were 8 Million Ways to Die and Pulp by Ed Brubaker. We reviewed a lot of good books this year.
Here we have.
And me and Jess have been joking around, texting each other, saying we're rubbing off on each other because recently he's been the more critical one of different things. And I've become more lax and laid back with scheduling our shows. So we're both rubbing off on each other, I guess.
Yeah.
Looks like Bobby Keating has some advice for you in terms of DCBS.
DCBS ships your books monthly based on which week of the month you selected in preferences as your shipment week.
Uh-oh.
What?
Do you remember selecting a preference for your shipment week?
No, I don't remember doing that. I better go into DCBS after this and pick a week that I want it shipped.
And Mr. Awesome, I want to clarify something for him. No, Cruel Summer does not include Bad Weekend and Junkies. That's volume 3 of the Criminal hardcover coming out this year. Cruel Summer is all by itself. Just to be clear.
But if you want all of Criminal, you need Cruel Summer and the deluxe edition volume 3 of Criminal. Then
Right.
that'll be everything that's been recently released by them.
Right. That's true.
Okay, so DCBS, I'll go in and look to see if I've picked a shipping, because it says next shipping something, next shipping date something. I don't know. I'll go and I'll figure it out.
Well, you're definitely helping me never to make that mistake to pre-order stuff through them because I don't want to deal with it. Sounds like it's stressful.
Well, the main thing is that I have such a bad memory is that I was worried I was going to reorder it from IST, and I wrote everything down, so I'm not going to do that.
Sherry the Great has a very specific question for you, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
Oh,
So,
hey, Sherry. I used to watch ABC Boxing in the Howard Cosell days. That was fun. I was a teenager then, and yeah, Howard Cosell was a great sports announcer. And boxing was really a big sport back in the 60s and 70s. I don't pay attention to it now, but I sure did back then. And he was an impressive announcer.
what do you think is the best boxing movie of all time?
Best boxing movie?
Yeah.
Boy, I don't know that I've seen that many. The one where Robert De Niro had to gain all that weight.
Raging Bull.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Yeah, Noir Wolf, Citizen King is a slow burn if memory serves. Yeah, I was 10 minutes in and I'm like, I'm just not in the place to watch this movie right now. But I'll get to it eventually. I have to.
Ooh, Evanescence did a cover of Cruel Summer by Bananarama. I love Evanescence, particularly the song they did for an Underworld movie. I will listen to that. That sounds really cool.
Matthew
Down
Mongi.
goes Frasier. Very good, N-Man 40. Down goes Frasier.
Matthew Mongi before said, I tried to watch Citizen Kane and I hated it. I watched Caddyshack instead.
That is also a great movie. Have you seen Caddyshack?
I haven't.
What the hell are you doing on the air with me? Get out of here.
I just never saw it. I know I need to watch it. I just never have. I remember back when I was a kid walking in on my parents and their friends watching it, and they told me to leave because it wasn't appropriate for me.
Caddyshack?
Yeah, that's the one thing I remember. Because there's nudity in it or something.
There is a little bit of nudity in it, but it's mostly hilarious comedy.
Sam Cluxton has never. This is like a walk down memory lane episode for Jess.
I didn't, but my freshman year in college, my roommate did. So it was in my room, but it was over his bed.
Who was your big crush back in the 70s, Jess? Like celebrity crush, not like crush in terms of girls you knew.
Celebrity crush in the 70s. I liked I did like Linda Carter.
Oh yeah.
I had a crush on Linda Carter. 70s. Oh gosh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to come up with her name. She was one of Charlie's Angels. Jacqueline. No, wait.
And Matthew Mong, you don't try to hate on me. I've seen Big Lebowski. I've definitely seen Big Lebowski.
Shoot, I can't think of her name. She was one of the original Charlie's Angels. It wasn't the girl named Kate. It was the other girl. I think her name was Jacqueline or something. I had a crush on her. I didn't have a crush on
Jacqueline
Smith. Exactly. Thank you, Lloyd Wong. Lindsay Wagner. Yeah, she was great too. The Bionic Woman.
And Mr. Awesome's pulling out some other comedy movies. Vacation, The Jerk, Blazing Saddles. I love Fletch.
Oh, Fletch is great. Blazing Saddles is great.
I've never seen The Jerk. Out of all those movies, I haven't seen The Jerk with Steve Martin.
It's a classic, but I don't know that it's his best.
And IQ is up right now at 326 where they are, and they're going to bed right now. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, IQ. Oh yeah, Bo Derek. I remember I had a minor crush on her in college. I can't think. Cheryl Ladd. Yeah, she was cute. Erin Gray, wasn't she Joni?
Joni and Chachi?
Yeah, from Happy Days. I did not have a crush on her.
Matthew Mongi, my 90s crush was the entire female cast of Baywatch.
I don't know that I could blame you.
That's also a show I've never seen.
I never saw it really either. I just saw it on ads for it.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm sure everybody would love to know who else I had a crush on, but I seriously doubt that many people actually care. So, Erin Gray from Buck Rogers. Wrong Erin. Okay. Let's see. Let me see who Erin Gray is.
Maybe Siri will help you again.
She'll let me down. Erin Gray from Buck Rogers. Oh yeah, Buck Rogers. Oh, she's sharp looking.
My dad used to always say that to me. Oh, son, you're looking sharp today. That's not usually referred to as for a woman now.
She's older than I am. She's like 70.
The next time I think my wife looks nice, I'll tell her she looks sharp.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting you down this rabbit trail, but I guess I asked you. Were you a fan of Bionic Woman back in the day, Jess?
Yeah, I loved Lindsay Wagner.
Oh, I think you already said that, didn't you? I can't remember her name. Okay.
Oh yeah, Erin Gray's attractive. Good for her. Oh, Erin Morin was Happy Days. Okay, that's right.
And Patty, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
She's not.
Well, you did tell us the other week that her celebrity crush is Andy Garcia, so I guess you can share your celebrity crushes with each other.
Yeah. What sounded backhanded? No, she was attractive. If you're talking about me, and she is extremely attractive.
Well, Jess, what is the next movie on your to-do list if you're going to watch a movie?
It's got to be Old Guard.
I think it has to be Old Guard and Dread. Now that you're reading all those Dread books, you have to watch the Dread movie. You're going to love it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I want to watch both of those really badly.
And for those of you who are watching, I'm not talking about the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd movie. I'm talking about the single Dredd with Carl Urban back in 2012. It's a great movie.
Okay. I just got the text that my dog needs to be walked, and so I must bid everyone adieu.
Quite the late night walk.
Well, we're having work done in our backyard, and so the gates are open, and she can't walk across the deck because it just got painted. So we
Okay.
just walk her up and down the street.
Got it. Okay.
But thank you to everybody that tuned in. I appreciate everybody watching. This has been great. And we had a lot of fun in the chat. We had a lot of good questions and a lot of good stuff going on. We showed a lot of fun stuff. I'm glad we were able to do this.
Yeah, me too.
To my Minister of Comics, Taylor Brown. And please hit the like button. Please leave a comment. We always respond to comments. And please feel free to subscribe. So, peace and love. Peace and love.
See you guys.